All right, what up? What's going on? Welcome to I can't remember, it was like 12th video, 13th video. Uh, Excuse the mess in the background. I been folding up clothes and stuff, and I just wanted to go ahead and get this video done real quick. And this topic is going to be about dreams. The title of it is Dream of a Helpmate. All right, so we coming off of 2012 where all that stuff was going on. I'm kind of like going through my spiritual journey now. I'm studying and I'm trying to just really like seek God and stuff. And I guess I always had dreams growing up. I always had dreams, but a lot of the dreams just never stuck. You have dreams of things chasing you. Like I remember I used to dream of falling down into like a alligator pit. Like that was always like scary to me. So I used to have dreams of that. But I mean, I had a whole bunch of dreams. Like I always was dreaming, but I don't know. It just things was different now, and I end up having this dream that I'm about to share that was just like totally different than any other dream. Like a lot of my dreams was repetitive, but this was just a totally different dream. So I can't remember every single detail, but I just remember like it was a place. I don't know the place. I know it was like the projects or something here in my city, and I recall going into the house, which was supposed to be my place, and there was somebody there, and the person that was there, like like I say, it's not a lot of talking and stuff, but I just knew this was like a childhood like friend, somebody that I knew from a long time, and they was just there. They haven't been there in a while, and they was there, and I was excited, like it's like you have a person that you ain't seen in a while or whatever. It was like that, and like I said, they wasn't talking. It was all this stuff. It was just feelings of what I was getting at the time. It was like they was here. They was here to help me, and it was like we was about to get things back to how we used to do things. Like they was there to help me. Now right off back, like I said, it was 2012. I had lost my job, and I was going back to school for music. So automatically, I was just thinking, like, we about to get back into this music thing, and but the weird thing about it was the person. I seen who the person was, but the person did not match up with what I was feeling. The person was somebody that I met a while back, probably about 3 or 4 years ago in California. Like when I went to California, I had met this guy, real cool guy, real cool that I was in the military at the time, and he was like working at this warehouse we was at, and he was just real cool. Somebody that came, he was showing us around the area and stuff. We went to clubs and all that type of stuff. So that's the only time I ever met him. We did link up on social media, but we never like really talked like that. But that's the only time that that I really seen him. I haven't seen him since then to this day, And but that's who the face was. That's who the person was. So it was just weird because what I was feeling, it was like I don't supposed to be feeling this way for this person right here, because he's not like somebody I knew from my childhood. So that stood out. Like it was like my brain was kind of like trying to figure out why am I feeling this way towards him. All right, so the next feeling was I needed to go somewhere. Uh, and it was like I was in kind of like I needed it was like I don't know I guess where I needed to go wasn't important because I didn't know I don't remember like going to a destination and then coming back. I just remember coming back. I remember I went somewhere and then come back. I don't remember exactly where I went, but I know I was coming back, and what ended up happening was like I guess I don't know. When I was coming back, I went from driving to now walking, and the whole theme of it was I need to hurry up and get back. You know, I need to get back. Back to the house. Because I was trying to get back to my whoever that person was. I was trying to get back to him, and like I was on a mission. I ain't want nothing to stop me. So I'm trying to hurry up and get back. Saying like all type of stuff trying to stop me, and like I said, I knew in my heart that I wasn't supposed to let the distraction stop me. So I came across. I think the wreck was the first thing that stopped me, and then I can't remember. I can't remember the first part, but I remember that another thing was there was like some guys fighting, and it kind of reminded me of the Book of Eli when Denzel Washington was like trying to do his mission or whatever, and then all type of stuff was trying to stop him, and like I said, it was people to the distance. I can hear them fighting, and something in me wanted to go over there and stop, help the person out, but something was like, man, don't the distraction, do not, don't let this, distract you. So I was like, nah, I ain't about to go over there and fight. So I just kind of like ignored it. Then another thing was it was this guy that came up to me, and it was just so weird. Like he just was standing in front of me, just looking at me, and he just started throwing up, and then he just started boo-booing. You know what I mean? Like it was so weird, man. Like I only like talking about it, but it was like, man, what's going on? Like it was just crazy to me, So I kept going. I said, I ain't, someone was like, don't sit here, keep going, like go around this person. It's a distraction. So, I went around the person and I then kept going, and I can't remember if there was any more distraction. Those were the two things that, that stood out to me that I remember. And then, but when I got back, the person was gone or whatever. And then, I woke up. So what ended up happening was, like I said, I wasn't working, and I was just straight focused, and by the way, the person name was LeRae. He had a crazy name. His name was LeRae. Never heard of that name before, but that was his name, LeRae. But yeah, so at the time, I had time on my hands to just, focus and stuff, and I was trying to get back with, contact with people, and I was talking to my cousin at the time, and I was just sharing, whatever I had going on, I used to share it with my cousin. So I was telling him about this dream or whatever, and I used to always bring this dream up because it was just so weird. One thing that stood out to me was that I remembered the dream. Normally I don't remember dreams, but it was like this dream was just so crazy that when I woke up, like I was just baffled. I was like, man, what in the world? Like none of that stuff made sense at all. Like the way I was feeling and it was LeRae and like none of that stuff and all the stuff that was going on, it was just weird. So I remembered everything because of that. But I used to always share it to my cousin. or whatever. And what ended up happening was, so I'm gonna go to, I can't remember what happened first, but so like I said, I had time on my hands, so I was going out with some friends one time, and we went to this boxing thing at my city. Had something going on where they were having like boxing, amateur boxing, where anybody can jump up and make some money. And we was going to it or whatever, and my homeboy was like, we should, how you be, you looking, you like, man, I can do this, man. This is easy, man. $200, man. Shoot. My homeboy was like, yeah, man, we should do it or whatever. And, as I was there, I was like, it was just something in me that was saying like, man, bump this stuff. Like, I ain't about to, I'm not about to get into this boxing thing. Like, that ain't my focus, man. This is my time to be focusing on God and trying to, do what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my breather, and I need to be focusing on that. So it was like, even though I was telling my homie like, yeah, man, start do this fighting thing, man, make some quick money or whatever. But in my heart, I was like, nah. So the next week, my homeboy was like, hey, I'm about to go up there or whatever. And I was like, I said, yeah, I probably ain't gonna go. I ain't about to do that fine thing. So I didn't go. And the next day, he called me and he was talking about, he was like, yeah, man, if you would have went to that thing, man, it was so crazy, man. You had one guy in one of the fights, one of the guys threw up all over the stage or whatever. And I like, for real? And then he like, yeah, and then the other match, the guy boo-booed on himself. And I said, what? And he like, yeah, man, he threw up and there ain't one boo-booed on. Like, that junk was crazy. And the first thing I thought about was that dream, The first thing I thought about when he said that, it made me think about the dream. And something told me was like that was the distraction. Like, that's what I was supposed to avoid. Don't get myself entangled into that right there. Because like I said, when he told me that, it was just so weird. Even he was talking about how weird that situation was. So I just felt like that was confirmation of what that distraction was, not to get into that fighting, And, also, I told you it was somebody over there on the other side that was fighting, and I was about to jump into it, but I didn't do it. So I felt like those both was entangled with each other, that I was supposed to avoid that, because I probably would have got into it and then it would have slowed me back from actually, going forward, and what I'm supposed to be doing, So that was one of the things that stood out when it came to like dream or revelation of the dream. I felt like that was it. All right. So the next thing was, so like I said, I was talking to my cousin, telling him, just sharing everything about, how I feel and what's going on and stuff like that. And we kind of like were going in the same direction or whatever. Now, he don't stay where I stay. He stay in a whole nother city. And, I was talking to him and he ended up moving up to, he was like, yeah, we're going to, his wife got a job up here. And they was like, they going to try to, move up here. And like I said, I was talking to him, telling him this story. I think I told him like several times or whatever. And I was like, man, it's just crazy because the dude, who it was like, his name was LeRae or whatever. And it's just, I don't know, it's just something about it. It just don't make sense because I was trying to figure out who was it. You know what I mean? I was thinking, Was it my homeboy, Newt, because Newt, me and him were real tight when it came to that music thing. So it was like, but it just don't make sense. Like, why would it be him? Why would Larray be tied to him like that? It don't make sense. So I was like, it's somebody. I don't know, what it is, but it's somebody, when it comes to the music thing that I'm supposed to, be connecting with or whatever from the past. But that's the only person I could think of. And one day, so his name is T. So my cousin name is T. That's what we always called him. That's his nickname. So one day, his wife was in the background. She called him by his first name, which is Larry. And, she said it, and it was just always so weird when I heard her say that. And she said it after I was talking about the dream. And then I was like, Larry, Larray. And I was like, hold up. Was the dream talking about him? And then I thought about it. I was like, hold up. Even though my cousin didn't rap, he used to always knew, like when it came to the music, he was always supporting. He always was listening to my beats and stuff. Always trying to get me to, a theme. He'll think about like a WWF and be like, hey, man, why don't you remake this and stuff like that? Like he was always there from the beginning, but I never thought about it being him. But when she said that name, it was like Larry. I was like, oh, snap. And then the fact that he was moving up there, up to where I stay, I was like, man, he ended up staying right down the street. So I was like, whoa, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I was like, what if that was about you? And he was like, you never know, it might be, And I was like, dang, that's crazy, the fact that you about to move up here. And then, I had that dream and stuff like that. So, might it is. So fast forward, I believe it was him because what was interesting about it, even though I thought about it as the music thing, it ended up being deeper than that, because he was a part of my whole spiritual journey. Like he ended up like getting real deep into his spirituality and stuff like that, to where he was starting to study and all that. And he was right there. Everything that I went through, he was right there. He know every single thing about it. So it was like, even though I thought it was about the music thing, which I ended up going to school for music, I graduated, but it was bigger than that. It was about my spirituality, me, going deep into that. And he was right there beside me on that same journey. So it was like, that was him, I believe that was him. The dream was about him. And I just feel like, when you going through your spiritual journey, when you're really connected to God, like you will have dreams like that. And I do feel like God connect to you through those. Like, hey, there's a message that's trying to get to you so that you can understand what's going on. And it made me stronger in my faith, because it was like, man, like that was my first time ever having a dream that actually, like, I felt like came to pass, where I felt like I was being taught to or whatever. So I share this because, that was my first time. And then after that, I started having other dreams and stuff. And I feel like there's somebody out there that's same thing probably happened to y'all. And I feel like that's just part of your journey. Even when, you read the Bible and you think about the Daniels and Joseph and Joseph, same thing, having those dreams and stuff like that. I think that's part of the, spiritual journey. Even thinking the New Testament is where those shepherds had dreams, or the angel. I think the angel came to them. But anyways, I still feel like there's, God will speak to you in your dreams and show you things, when you get closer and closer. So, like I said, I'm just sharing that, just to see, one, just, like I said, just sharing that, because I feel like it was part of my journey, and there might be somebody else, out there, same thing. So if that's you, man, share it, share it on your page, or share, leave a comment, let me know if you had the same things, man. And, man, I do feel like it make a huge impact when it comes to your journey. If you're in getting closer to God. All right. And I think that's it, man. That's all. I'll share some more, just not on this one, about dreams, having dreams, and, God talking to you, and, the revelation comes. All right. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, man. And as always, man, I love you. And I'll share some more. Make sure you check them out. Check out the other videos about my journey to Christ. All right. Appreciate it.